YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is going to be on week 14, and I got some studs for you that people are going to be sleeping on for the playoff run. Yes, guys, I got some studs for you. Now, listen, some of these studs are a little obvious, but some of them aren't. So I want to give you guys that people might, you might can maybe finesse real quick right now, or you might already have them on your team, or you might have them on your bench. So I don't want to give you some guys that are not obvious, like the big time guys, like, Pat Mahomes, Justin Jefferson, those type of guys, Travis Kelce. You started those guys in the playoffs, but I got some other guys that might be booming outside of what people's expectations are. So with no further ado, guys, let's start. I'm going to get to everybody comment. But let me go through my list first. I got 5 guys at each position. So once I go through the list, I'm going to get to everybody's questions in the chat. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. So the first quarterback, Geno Smith. Guys, I think this is going to be a great guy to be having in your fantasy football playoffs. They about to switch their style and start letting Geno cook like Russell wanted to cook. But I feel like I trust this a little bit more, and probably even Pete Carroll does, because I think this team is matured to be a pass-first team. They actually are a better passing team. They haven't been a better passing team while Russell was there the whole time. They needed to establish the run. So now that this pass, like Tyler Lockett is playing outside of his mind, and so is DK, this is a pass-first team, so that makes me like Geno. So let me give you the 3 teams that Geno's going to play in the playoffs. San Francisco, Kansas City, and New York Jets. So San Francisco, that's a divisional game. I know you might, that's not great. I don't care, because I still feel like DK is no corner guard in DK. He's still going to have a good game. Tyler Lockett is so crafty, such a good veteran, and Geno just been around, and he's got experience. So I feel good about that. Kansas City is a smash play, because anytime you play in Kansas City, they're gonna make the next team score with them or get blowed out. And the New York Jets, their defense is not bad. They got some good corners out there. But I'm willing to take that risk to get, because of their first 2 games that they got, I'm willing to go ahead and ride it out with the Jets and let DK and Tyler Lockett
try to go against Sauce Gardner and the other corner. They really good corners, so I'm not gonna cap, but I still trust it. DK ain't nobody stopping DK. The better the corner, the better DK gonna play. Like he's a bully. And Tyler Lockett is very crafty. So he's never getting one-on-one and roll over coverage. DK getting all that. So Tyler Lockett just eating, showing you the grip veteran that he is. Moving on. Next is Jared Goff. Jared Goff is balling out, guys. And the reason why I like Jared Goff is because, guys, this team has a great infrastructure. The offensive line, the coaching. This is teams get ready to catch the sauce right now. This is teams that got some sleepers on there that you might be able to play in your fantasy playoffs. So Jared Goff is playing the New York Jets. Yes, again, that's a good matchup. That's a tough matchup. But with Amon-Ra being in the slot, Sauce Gardner not coming in the slot with Amon-Ra. If he do, they're going to be susceptible with DJ Chark and other people on the outside. So Amon-Ra, this team's still going to move. They got DeAndre Swift coming out the backfield. I still think they're going to be able to put up 21 points. So in the next two games are easy matchups. This is the real reason. Carolina and Chicago. So Jared Goff, guys, you got to start him for the rest of the year. And he got mostly all green bean matchups. He got 80% green bean matchups for the rest of the year. Moving on, next is Mike White from the New York Jets. Now, listen, people are talking about Zach Wilson might start. I'm not going to trust that. I don't think he will. Long as Mike White is moving the ball and not having 3 picks, he'll be fine. Now, if he throw 3 picks, they could do it. But I'm going to trust it. And the reason why I'm going to trust it is mostly the matchups that they got going in the playoffs. Detroit, Jacksonville, and Seattle. Green beans. That's what I call green beans. I'm playing Mike White. Garrett Wilson balling out like he is. Zonovan White being a really good running back. Got Michael Carter coming back. Good offensive line. Good coaching. I'm going to trust Mike White to get the ball out quick. I don't want no quarterback just like Zach Wilson trying to run around and make the big play every time. I just want a quarterback to get the ball out to these weapons, these young studs. All right, guys, 2 more guys. Next is Justin Fields. And I know that's kind of obvious, but I got to say it because, people are still kind of, I don't know. I'm telling you that he's the league-winning player. You put them out there and roll them out. They don't matter the matchup. So he got to play Philly. I think he still puts up 100 yards rushing and maybe 250 yards passing because he just that dynamic. He played against the Cowboys. He ate my Cowboys up. And you see what the Cowboys doing? They shutting people down. So Philly, Buffalo, Detroit, especially Detroit. Championship week against Detroit, that's going to be a game for the age. That's going to be 50 points, 60 points. That's going to be a fantasy extravaganza. So the championship week, Justin Fields is going to eat. And last but not least is Daniel Jones. Daboll is a great coach. He's putting Daniel Jones out in opportunities to make plays. I made a video on Daniel Jones. I talked about him being a sleeper. It was Davis Mills, which I was totally wrong on. But the other 2 quarterbacks was Daniel Jones and Jared Goff. And people said the video was crazy. Like, why I'm making videos about give me something better. Okay. So you could have faded all these guys and picked up Jared Goff and Daniel Jones in the super flex and won your leagues because you got studs. You didn't go and draft the Josh Allens and the Lamars. You got Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry and Garrett Wilson and Christian Watson and D-Hop, right? Because everybody else was going for quarterbacks. So let's move over to running backs. I got 5 running backs for you. The first running back that I got for you is James Cook. But listen, I like Devin Singletary, but James Cook is going to be getting catches out the backfield that makes him a great player in PPR. So James Cook got to play Miami, Chicago, and Cincinnati. The only one that worries me is Cincinnati, but still it's a pass-catching running back. Cincinnati is good, but they're not great or anything. So 2 green bean matchups. I love it. James Cook, go pick him up. I know he was a high wire priority last night. Next is DeAndre Swift. Now, listen, they talk about he's a little nicked up, but I heard him talk to the media. He said that he knew he was going to get healthy and he knew he was going to get the bell cow roll back again. As long as he could show that he's healthy. He just, trying to make sure his body is going to be right for this run because he know they got a chance to go to the playoffs. So that helped me feel good about DeAndre Swift. And I've been talking about him all year, telling people, pick him up. Don't drop him. And now it seems like everything's happening, like it's time is coming for the fantasy playoffs. It's matching up perfectly. I'd rather that happen than he plays all year great for you, get you to the playoffs, and then he can't play the playoffs at all because he's beat up. I'd rather him be healthy in the playoffs. All right, next is Zonovan White. Now, listen, I know they got James Robinson and Michael Carter is coming back. Michael Carter can't do what Zonovan Knight does. Zonovan Knight, only person can do what Zonovan Knight does is Breach Hall, and Breach Hall got an injury to his knee. So if Breach Hall was there, I would not be talking about Zonovan Knight. But by Michael Carter being there, Michael Carter ain't necessarily the type of runner that Zonovan Knight is. Even James Robinson, he's a tough guy, big guy, but he's just, he got coming off an Achilles injury. So I love Zonovan Knight. Again, his 3 teams that he got to play is Detroit, Jacksonville, and Seattle. All 3 are green beans. So that's a green bean matchup. I love the New York Jets going into your fantasy playoffs. Next is Latavius Murray. Yes, guys, Latavius Murray from Denver. And he's playing Arizona, Los Angeles Rams, and Kansas City. 2 green bean matchups. They ain't got no other running back other than Mike Boone, where they might, get it out in Mike Boone in space. So Latavius Murray getting all those goal line carries, which I love. That's what I want. I don't want a guy. You can grab a guy that's going to get the goal line carries, that's what you get. It's hard to find a guy that's going to get all the carries. Even the top dogs. It's just not happening. Saquon, I wouldn't be surprised if they draft the running back next year and give Saquon, give him the honey touches where he's going to score touchdowns, but maybe let somebody else pick up some carries here and there so you don't wear him out, right? Because you might want to give him a deal. So Latavius Murray, guys, he runs hard. He's a little older. And I just touched him on the goal line, the green zone, the honey touches. All right, last but not least is Najee Harris, guys. Yes, Najee Harris from the Pittsburgh Steelers. The reason why I'm on Najee Harris from the Pittsburgh Steelers is because, guys, he got 2 green bean matchups, Carolina and Vegas. Now, he do probably play the Baltimore, but that's a rival game. So it's all about goal line carries. I don't think nobody's going to come in and get a goal line carry for Najee as long as he's healthy. So that's why I love Najee. And he also getting 15 to 20 touches. And this guy is very tough. He fight through injuries and fight through injuries and fight through injuries. He's going to play most Sundays. So I trust Najee because of that reason. All right, moving on to the wide receivers, guys. First one is Amon-Ra St. Brown. I know that's a guy that's kind of obvious, right? But he wasn't always obvious like that. So I got to just kind of champion my guy a little bit and also tell y'all to trust it. Amon-Ra, guys, I don't know, this is going to sound crazy, and if I'm wrong, I will say it. I like him over Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. Those guys are great. They're phenoms. I don't like him over Tyreek. I think Tyreek's speed is so deadly, but Amon-Ra is my second favorite receiver right now. It's Tyreek Hill and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Those are my 2. So Amon-Ra, guys, getting hyper-targeted as a slot guy. He's built like a running back. Guys, he's special. It ain't his athletic ability. It's his heart and all of it. So, guys, this is probably the easiest play that I got. I want to have this guy. Go buy on this guy, even if you got to buy high. As long as you ain't paying too crazy. He's going to be a great wide receiver, and I trust it. Guys, he's probably going to lead the league in targets for the rest of his career. He's going to get 10 to 12 targets almost every game. So, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Next, guys, is Tyler Lockett. Now, Tyler Lockett is playing the New York Jets, San Francisco, and Kansas City. So that's 1 green bean. But with DK being on the other side, it doesn't matter about the green bean. Tyler Lockett is always getting the weaker coverage. So I really, really like Tyler Lockett. I don't even have DK on this video. I'm a huge DK fan. DK is one of my favorite wide receivers too, but he ain't better than Amon-Ra and Tyreek as in right now. I think he could be because DK he's phenomenal. He just work on his hands a little bit. But Tyler Lockett is a great route runner, very crafty, humble guy, hardworking guy. I think he's just DK and Tyler's going to eat in Geno. I think that's going to be a tandem that everybody's going to talk about through the summer coming up. Oh my God, did you see how Geno and then Tyler and DK? I want that type of tandem. So I think that's going to be great. Let's move on. Next is Garrett Wilson for the New York Jets. Now listen, he got to play Detroit, Jacksonville, and Seattle. That's all 3 green beans, just like his quarterback, Mike White. So I'm playing those green bean matchups. Garrett Wilson is a great route runner. Listen, I love Christian Watson, but that don't mean that Garrett Wilson ain't good too. But I prefer Christian Watson because of his speed and size. But Garrett Wilson is a good player too. So I have nothing to say about Garrett Wilson other than go ahead and trust it. Ride this Jets offense out to the sunset because they got green bean matchups in the playoffs. Next is Darius Slayton. Now listen, this is kind of a sleeper guy. Guys, go get Darius Slayton. That's the deep guy. No Kadarius Toney, no Rondale because he's hurt. Kadarius got traded. Kenny Golladay is hurt. He's in the doghouse. Darius is their guy. Now, he will drop a pass, but they don't mean Dave Ball's a good coach. He will go right back at him. So, guys, don't be worried about Darius Slayton. He's playing Washington, Minnesota, and Indianapolis. That's 2 green beans with a possible green bean with Washington, their secondary. So, I like Darius Slayton for your playoffs, guys. Go pick this guy up. Next is Julio Jones. Yes. D-Hop, Julio Jones. I got one of them guys on the video, so this video should be high in the algorithms. I got one of the top players, D-Hop, Julio Jones. Listen, guys, Julio Jones playing Cincinnati, Arizona, Carolina. 2 green beans, 1 okay matchup, so I'm fine. It's Tom Brady. So way I look, because Julio didn't get hurt making those tough catches, I'm going to trust him. Now, he could go down because he's very volatile with hamstrings and other injuries. But Julio, guys, you might be able to squeeze this and get all what you can get out of what's left in his tank for this playoff run in 2022. I feel that way. I want Julio Jones. All right. So let's move on to my tight ends, guys, and that's going to be it. And then I'm going to get to everybody's question in the comment section. Thank you for everybody that's being patient. Love to see you here, guys. So Greg Dulcich is the next guy. Guys, Greg Dulcich has struggled after early in the season. He's been struggling, but I held on to him. And I know a lot of times I'm telling y'all might, y'all move on. And then they start hitting. I'm like, I was right on Greg. You're like, no, man, I lost with Greg and I traded him and da-da-da-da. I get it. I'm telling y'all, the more you follow me, you're going to be like, Tita, you want me to hold on to this guy? Why he doesn't? And I'm like, yeah, guys, I'm telling you it's going to work out. So I'm going to show you, listen, guys, if you want, go in the comment section right now and let me know if you want me to do a video and show y'all my playoff teams that I got coming up. Guys, out of 14 leagues, I'm in the playoffs in 8 or 9 of them. So I'm not just telling y'all crazy stuff, right? I'm not just saying this and not want so everybody spam the chat right now if you want me to show you my teams on a different video, not just live, but a different video or live and say, TD, let me show me what you did. And I can show y'all that I got Najee Harris. I got a lot of these guys that played bad early, but I held on to him because I know that wasn't going to be for the rest of the season. So Greg Dulcich, guys, it's time for him to hit. Arizona, Los Angeles Rams, Kansas City, green beans. Green beans. All right, next is George Kittle. The reason why I got George Kittle on here, people might be nervous. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous, especially with the young quarterback Brock Purdy or whoever may come there. They got to get the ball to the tight end. A new quarterback or inexperienced quarterback, their best friend is not a dog. It's a tight end. You know, they say man's best friend is a dog. No, a quarterback can tell you it's my tight end, not a dog. So I love George Kittle going into the playoffs. Manufactured targets for him and looking for him in the red zone. Next is Chigo from the Tennessee Titans, the young guy, Chigo Okanoa, whatever his name is. It's time, guys, he's going to be okay to play. So if you want to go and stream a tight end, you streaming guys and you picking up guys like Tyler Conklin, me personally, I'd rather play Chigo over Tyler Conklin, those type of guys. Then I'm playing my top 5 guys like, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews. No. But I think Chigo can come in the top 12, the back end of the top 12. So pick up Chigo Okanoa, guys. I think this guy is going to be a really good tight end, especially if you're in tight end premium. He's going to hit. All right, we got 2 more guys. Next is Cole Kmet. Guys, if you got Justin Fields, you should have Cole Kmet. If you don't, that's fine. If you just got Cole Kmet, put him out there. As long as Justin Fields is starting. Now, you can start him even if Justin Fields, something happened. I'm not speaking on that or anything, but I just want to let y'all know Cole Kmet has established itself. And when Justin Fields play, So I want Cole Kmet, guys. I think Cole Kmet is going to be a really good tight end for you in the playoffs. This is going to be a league-winning type tandem with Justin Fields and Cole Kmet. So go ahead and roll Cole Kmet out there. Guys, some instances you could play Cole Kmet over George Kittle. Now, I'm only to do that with just as Kmet, so that's the only way that I say maybe sit Kittle because he could be outside of that top guys. But we don't know it. Mark Andrews could move back if you don't get targets this week. So I think Cole Kmet is going to be, you're going to be more satisfied with him than some of the top 5 guys. Some of them, maybe 1 or 2. All right, last but not least is Pat Freiermuth. That's hyper target king. I mean, this guy's being hyper targeted. He ain't hit a lot of touchdowns, but he's getting enough value where he's okay for a tight end. So this might be one of the safest plays with targets as a top 12 guy. So Pat Freiermuth, guys, he's playing Carolina, Las Vegas, and Baltimore. Those are 2 green beans, but the other one was Baltimore. I still feel good about it. That's a rivalry game. These guys still can play good in rivalry games. So, guys, thank y'all for listening to my top 20 players that could boom in the playoffs. All right, let me see what's going on in the comment section. Life and Sports Talk with Jake. Life and Sports Talk with Jake. What's good, bro? What's going on, Jake? Jake says, what's up, everyone? Hit that like button on the way in. Let's get it. Playoff time. Yes, sir. What's going on, Johnny D? What's up, bro? He said, what's good? What's up, bro? He says, got a question on a flex spot. Okay. Lamb, AJ Brown are my wide receivers 1 and 2s. CMC and Jamal Williams are my RB1 and RB2. Stuck between James Conner, Raheem Mostert, George Pickens, and Zay Jones. Thank you. Okay. It's going to be James Conner over Raheem Mostert, George Pickens, and Zay. Play that running back. James Conner all day, bro. Juke says, what up, please? Pick 2. Ken Walker, Connor Harris, or Jamal Williams. I got you, bro. He says, pick 2. Ken Walker. So Ken Walker, I don't know if he's going to play, but if Ken Walker plays, I'm gonna say him automatically. But let's put him like he's not going to play. I'm gonna say Connor. Is that Damian Harris? Or if that's Najee Harris, I would play Connor and Najee Harris. Now listen, if DeAndre Swift is hurt all week, then go ahead and play Connor and Jamal. But if DeAndre Swift end up taking his tag off, like say tomorrow, and he gets full practice in on Thursday and Friday and Saturday, then don't play Jamal, because Jamal is gonna start to get sniped from. DeAndre Swift is gonna be going off, and I don't know if Jamal Williams is gonna get all those goal line honey touches that he's been getting. He's probably gonna at least get 1 a game, but I wouldn't be surprised if he could get 2 and DeAndre Swift still go off. So to me, bro, with Ken Walker being the play, but if he's hurt, I'm going to say Connor and Najee. But if DeAndre Swift is not healthy, then I'm going to say Connor and Jamal Williams. Great question, bro. And Mr. Anderson, yes, sir. Life in Sports Sports Talk. I just hit the like. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Mr. Anderson said, YouTube. Yes, sir. And CHB says, Geno Smith, let's go. I got him. Yes, sir, bro. And Conscious Machine, what's up, bro? That's one of the most earliest subscribers. He might be number 14 or 12 or something. Appreciate you being here, bro. Long time no see. And Trey says, full PPR. Should I trust Swift versus Minnesota, or do I play Connor versus New England instead? I say play both. Right, I would play Swift and Connor, but if I had to pick between the two, I would play Swift over Connor if Swift practices at least 3 practices full. If he's questionable all week and he ain't practicing, and you got to wait to see a game time decision, then I'm going with Connor. What up, Ian? He says, what up, TD? It's Tom. Smash that like button, fellas. Yes, sir, guys. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Appreciate everybody being here. Mr. Anderson says, Mike Evans or Bam in the flex. Whew. I'm always going with the running back, man. You know what? Bam, he don't have enough carte blanche yet to try to, okay, yeah, this is a running back and I'm sitting Mike. But I think I would do that. I think I would play Bam, especially this last kind of week, right? If you got a playoff spot and you got to make the playoffs, I kind of lean to Mike Evans like that. Like, I got to win or I'm out. But I don't think playing Bam over Mike Evans is a bad idea. I think Bam has established himself. Now, if I heard that if I heard the coach come out and say Michael Carter going to come back and Bam's going to split a lot of carries and Michael Carter's going to get a lot of carries, then I might go back to Mike. But I think Bam is the play over Mike Evans, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Anderson says Hunter Henry or roll with Njoku. Hunter Henry is fine. I like Hunter Henry, but I would probably roll with Njoku as long as he practices. If it's a game time decision, he don't practice all week with Deshaun Watson, because, I'm a little worried about Deshaun, but he can get him the ball. Deshaun working on that, bro. He got it. He can do it. I'm going to go ahead and roll with Njoku, but I'm only going to sit Njoku if I don't feel Njoku is healthy. Mr. Anderson said, what kind of role would Samar have when Mixon return? Third down back and a little bit more. He's going to be a high-end third down back. I mean, he's going to be part of this offense now. He already kind of was at certain times. Now they're going to be a tandem. They not going straight Mixon anymore. Now Mixon going to get 15 touches if he's healthy, but what you call it going to get 10. Samaje Perine going to get 10. So it's a split backfield now. But Joe Mixon still gets the honey touches, like the goal line fall in. But Perine can have a catch for a touchdown. It's kind of going to be like Rashad Wright and Leonard Fournette last night. That's how exactly going to be. It's not going to be no all Mixon like it used to be. Great question, though, bruh. Second Take. What's up, bruh? He said, yo, my God, what's up, bruh? He says, what up, bruh? Always showing support to the channel. Second Take says, yeah, I like Nike too. Yes, sir. I know you do. You a Jets fan. I know you do. And he says, Second Take, what up, man? And Second Take says, yo, Ian. And let me see. Second Take says, Goff or Huntley. I'm going Goff all day. That's easy. Goff all day. He hotter than a firecracker. Or as my homeboy Commissioner Breeze say, hotter than fish grease. That's from the South, if you know what that means. That's the saying from the South. Mr. Anderson said DK or D-Hop. Bruh, I'm not choosing that. I'm not choosing that. I'm not sitting either one of those guys in my lineups. They always gonna be in my lineup. So, bruh, I can't choose between those two guys. I mean, I don't know. Y'all think you gotta try to find a way to get both of these guys in, Mr. Anderson. You gotta find a way to get both of these guys in. And Ian Taylor says Goff. Steelers got the template on Ravens running backs. Okay, he says Goff. And then he says Steelers got the template on Ravens running back. Yes, they kind of do, but I still love Najee Harris. The Steelers got the template on Ravens, quarterbacks. I'm sorry. Steelers got the template on the Ravens running QBs. They do, but it's still a rivalry game. Tyler Huntley could beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I'm going with Goff. Like you said, bro, it's Goff all day. But yes, it's going to be a great game. It's a rivalry game, right? You never know who's going to win that game. I don't bet on rivalry games in the NFL. Divisional games and stuff, I don't bet on them. Viv says, Amara show continues. Let's go. Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. And Second Take says, Justin Jefferson, I prefer, but I can get behind on Chase. Yes. I think Amara is going to be better than both of them in fantasy and also real life. I think he's just going to shock the world. I think he's going to lead the league in catches. I've heard people say he was a mini Antonio Brown, and I don't think that's far, man. He's great. He's outworked a lot of people like Antonio Brown did. Antonio Brown came in as a 4th-round pick. Amara came in as a 4th-round pick. Conscious Machine says, I need two flex, 4 PPR. Ayuk, Hollywood, Foreman, Pierce. This is a full playoff question. Okay. I am getting cured with Pierce and Foreman losing goal line carries. So he said, I need 2 flex, 4 PPR. Ayuk, Hollywood, Foreman, Pierce. Okay, 2. Man, you ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say. I'm going Foreman and Pierce again. I don't see why I would play Hollywood when he got James Conner, D-Hop, and Kyler. Ayuk, he got CMC's healthy. A couple backup running backs are still healthy. I'm going with the running backs, bro. I'm going with Foreman and Pierce. Like I said, if you need to go away from that, bro, I respect it because I know you know fantasy. Mr. Anderson says Hunter or Fant. I'm going with Hunter. And Second Take says thoughts on TB12 comeback. It was okay. You know, you just can't. You can keep giving Tom Brady a chance. He's going to come back and cut your throat. I mean, they should have won that game. They gave him way too many opportunities. You cannot do that to Tom Brady. You would get beat every time. Keep giving him the ball. KJ says Greg Dulcich or Hunter Henry, 4-point PPR. Greg Dulcich all day, bro. Greg Dulcich all day. Second Take says Slayton has always been consistent. I love him after Sterling went down. Yes, sir. I agree 100%. And KJ says, should I play Mike Williams this week or stream a waiver wire wide receiver with a good matchup, 4-point PPR? It just depends on who it is. So, yes, if Mike Williams is active and he's playing and he's practicing, I'm playing Mike Williams. It had to be somebody really, really good for me to sit Mike Williams. And Second Take says, if Julio gets in the end zone, he will be nice. Brady trusts Julio getting the targets. Yes, sir. I agree with you, Second Take. And Second Take says, with Sutton going to be out, Greg Dolchich and Judy, let's ride. Yes, sir. Broncos country. And Second Take says, Kittle with the rookie quarterback. Kittle and CMC should feast. I agree 100%. What's going on, Stacy? She said, yo, check it in. So Dolchich over Everett, right? Yes, sir. Dolchich over Everett. And Conscious Machine, he says, I love this channel. Happy to be here. Thank you, bro. I got love for you too, bro. I got love too. I appreciate you being here. Y'all showing support. All of y'all guys that show support to my channel. I appreciate you being here. Mr. Anderson says, I can't, bro. I'm already starting Tyreek and Amon. So it's out of AJ Brown, DK, and D-Hop. Pick one, bro. Wow. Guys, this is probably one of the toughest questions I ever had in my life. This is the 8-man league. Like, it's tough. People think those are easy. Those are the toughest leagues. He got AJ Brown, DK, D-Hop. He going to leave 25, 30 points on the bench because he got to. So let me put the gun to my head type scenario. That's the only way I can really choose. I'm going with D-Hop and AJ Brown. D-Hop and AJ Brown. Lincoln, what's up, Lincoln? He said Lincoln was here. He said, yo, you think Jacoby Brissett has a job next year? Yes, sir. I do. I think somebody give him a shot and give him a nice bag to compete for a position. And maybe they draft a young quarterback there, but that's okay. He shouldn't worry about that. He should just go in and play as good as he can. So I think he's going to be like Tyrod Taylor. I'm not saying he's going to go down or anything with an injury, but he's going to be like Tyrod was for a couple years where he came in, he was a starter and a young guy there, but they did beat him out. I don't know if the young guy beat out Jacoby right away, but I do think Jacoby will be able to be on the team. And who knows? Cleveland might hold on to him. I don't think so, but Cleveland could. They could play him a decent bag. I don't think so, though. They rather probably get a cheap backup guy that ain't got a shot of even being nowhere close to Jacoby. But I think Jacoby will get a good opportunity with a team to compete for a job or beat our bridge quarterback. Great question, Lincoln. And CHB says, how do you feel about Mostert and Mark Andrews this week? Mostert, bro, I think most of the time is kind of over. He got a decent floor, and he could go for a touchdown, but he's not going to get a lot of value. Jeff Wilson got the sauce as the running back on this team. Mark Andrews, you got to play him. Ain't nobody else to compete with him. You roll him out there and let the chips fall. I mean, that's a stud tight end. That's why you drafted him early. You start Mark Andrews. He should be solid for you. Tyler Huntley made him the #1 tight end last year. Mr. Anderson says, and this is 12 man. Damn. Bruh. Wow. Yeah, somebody, they slipping in that league. They slipping. Bruh. Yeah, I still say the same. I still say AJ Brown, bruh, and D-Hop. Wow. That's a great job, bruh, with those receivers. Fantastic job. Conscious Machine said, I sit D-Hop against Belichick. Whoo, I can't sit D-Hop. I'm sorry, I can't. It's going to be hard to try to double those. That spread is hard to double, guys. D-Hop goes in the slot, too. I'm going to still go with D-Hop, but I get what you're saying, Conscious. I know you know your stuff. And Mr. Anderson says, pick one, bro. Laugh out loud. D-Hop or AJ Brown. I'm going to go with AJ Brown because that offense is a little bit better than Arizona. So I think AJ Brown would be okay. But, teams going to try to take him away, man, because he had 3 touchdowns. So, but in a vacuum and, got to pick, I'm going with AJ Brown. Not saying AJ Brown better than D-Hop, but that offense is nasty. And, they got a good chemistry between him and Jalen Hurts. So I'm going to say AJ. And Lincoln was here, says, thoughts on a trade. I made my trade deadline. I gave DK Carr and Samaji for Chase and 24-second dynasty PPR. You gave DK Carr and Samaji for Chase. in a 24-second. If you didn't need wide receivers, you don't need DK, because I can never give up DK in Dynasty. I would never do it unless he had an injury or something. You said Carr and Samardzija. Samardzija gonna be okay, man. He could end up going to another squad and being a starter because everybody, they like the way he look. I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a B because you consolidate, and I'm pretty sure you got other good receivers and you got a stud like Chase. So I'm gonna give it a B. He said, we rolling with Greg. Yes, sir. We rolling with Greg Dotrich. Yes, sir. And CHB said, you're right. By the way, that money league I'm in is a 14-man league with that roster I have. Wow. Y'all guys robbing, bruh. Y'all guys are robbing. Mr. Anderson said, you like Jeff Wilson this week? Yeah, I like Jeff Wilson. I always like Jeff Wilson because of the Miami defense. I always like Jeff Wilson with the Miami defense. Because he's gonna get all the goal line carries with Mostert being a little volatile. Now, once they get up, they might let Mostert get one just to keep his stats up, right? But Jeff Wilson, yes, that he's the starting RB on the team. So I'm always gonna be okay with playing Jeff Wilson because I thought Mostert was kind of the number one guy, but Jeff Wilson took over that. Mike Reeves says Christian Watson or Amari Cooper rest of the season PPR. Okay, Amari Cooper is safe. He's a stud, right? He gonna have a nice floor. But with Deshaun Watson being a little volatile, I'm gonna get off my stud talk and say I'm gonna get cute because I love Christian Watson and that upside is ridiculous. So I'm gonna say Christian Watson in this position because of Deshaun Watson being a little volatile with this being rusty. But if he look good one of these games and you look kind of like old Deshaun Watson, it's hard. It's gonna be hard for you to sit Amari Cooper. That's the number one guy on this team. Now, so you're going to have to just kind of – so in the vacuum, what I saw last week, I'm going with Christian Watson. But it could change after this week because this is Amari Cooper was playing with Deshaun Watson. Conscious Machine says, I only sit D-Hop in that scenario of choice if he is a must-start, though. Yes, I agree. And Lincoln says, my other wide receiver in Dynasty League are J.J., Chase, Keenan Allen. Okay, I see what you're saying. I give you a B+ because you already had J.J., and you went and got that stack. Yes, sir. That's a B+, bro. Now, the only reason I'm not giving you an A, is because I think Samardzija is a type of guy that you stashed in Dynasty, and he end up evolving into a role and you can win a championship with. So I don't know if I want to give that away. I like to hold it on. But you went and got Chase, so I got it. So it doesn't really matter because of what you already had on your team too with JJ. So I'm gonna give that a B+. Good job, bro. And CHB says, since Watson is out for me this week, should I go Hollywood, Treylon in the flex, not starting Mostert like you said over Pacheco? Okay, not starting Mostert like you said over Pacheco. Exactly. Sorry, guys. My stitches in my mouth is irritating my gums. Sorry. Should I go Hollywood Brown or Treylon Burks? I don't know if Treylon gonna be healthy this week. So you might have to go with somebody else, bro. I'm not gonna champion nobody to go Hollywood. Now, if you had to, that's the last player you got, then it's gonna be Hollywood because Treylon hurt. But if Treylon is active, I'm playing Treylon Burks over Hollywood Brown. And Lincoln says it hurt giving away Samardzija because he was at my handcuff. I own Mixon, but it is what it is. I agree with you, Lincoln. I understand what you're saying. Yep. So you got to do what you got to do to get those top players. I'm like that. I don't like guys on my bench scoring when I can go group them together and go get another stud to make my lineup harder to beat. So I get what you're saying. All right, guys, I guess I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in to Fantasy Good Sports. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content, guys. So, guys, make sure you sign up for the OnlyFans, only $10 a month. Also, I got bundles over there, guys. So make sure you sign up if you want to show support to the channel. Peace.